Imagine a searing, blinding toothache, no dentist to call, no anesthesia to numb the pain. Just a sharp flint tool, a few desperate hands holding you down, and the raw terror of what comes next. The crude point of stone begins to grind into your tooth, piercing through the enamel with a sound like gravel underfoot. You taste bitter herbs meant to dull the pain, but they do almost nothing. Your mouth floods with a metallic tang of blood as the flint breaks through to the infected pulp. Your entire body locks in agony, muscles seizing as the primitive drill scrapes and crunches its way deeper. This is dentistry in the Stone Age, where a toothache wasn't just a nuisance but a threat to your life, and the treatment could be as harrowing as the affliction itself. Yet for millions of years, our ancestors rarely needed such torture. Their teeth, surprisingly, were in excellent condition. A diet of unprocessed meat, nuts, and fibrous roots naturally cleaned their teeth, scraping away plaque before it could cause decay. But about 10,000 years ago, everything shifted. The agricultural revolution brought soft, starchy, sugar-rich foods, grains, and porridges that clung to teeth, feeding bacteria that thrived in the new sugary environment. The result: a dental crisis that echoed across time, one we still struggle with today. The remains of ancient humans tell this story in stark, silent detail. Teeth unearthed from burial sites across the globe serve as tiny fossilized journals, recording the transition from strong, cavity-free smiles to mouths riddled with rot and infection. As people abandoned foraging for farming, dental decay skyrocketed. Scientists discovered that hunter-gatherers suffered cavities in only 1 to 5% of their teeth. In contrast, agricultural societies and even our modern one show decay in 10 to 85% of teeth. Despite all our floss, fluoride, and dentists, our teeth are statistically worse than those of our prehistoric ancestors. Ancient dental plaque has preserved shocking clues. Microscopic analysis reveals that early humans had a rich, diverse oral microbiome filled with beneficial bacteria that protected against tooth decay. But with the rise of processed food and refined sugars, this ecosystem collapsed. Harmful microbes took over, and we've been battling them ever since. According to studies from the Australian Centre for Ancient DNA, today's mouths are microbial wastelands, in comparison less diverse, more inflammatory, more prone to disease. But in the ancient world, when decay struck, it was more than painful, it was life-threatening. An untreated abscess could swell, infect the jaw, and eventually reach the brain. Eating became impossible. Sleep, a luxury. Hunting or defending oneself out of the question. So even in the absence of modern medicine, early humans were driven to act. And act they did with ingenuity that still astonishes modern. The humble toothpick. Evidence of its use dates back over 1 million years. Tiny grooves and fossilized teeth show that our ancestors used sharpened sticks made of wood or bone to pick out debris and reduce irritation. But when basic hygiene wasn't enough, they went further. In the region that is now Pakistan, archaeologists uncovered human teeth from 9,000 years ago with carefully drilled holes, early evidence of dentistry at its most daring. These ancient practitioners used bow drills fitted with flint points to carve out decayed tissue. Modern tests confirm these tools could bore a hole in under a minute. But to the patient, each second must have felt endless. The precision is stunning, holes just millimeters wide, deliberately placed to avoid damaging the sensitive pulp inside the tooth. These weren't accidental chips. They were targeted surgeries. What truly chills the imagination, though, is the experience of the patient. No anesthesia, no sterilization, only the scorching pressure of stone grinding living tissue while you were fully conscious. Some cultures may have used coca leaves, opium, or alcohol as crude anesthetics, but for most, survival meant biting down and enduring. Even Neanderthals weren't spared. At a Croatian site dating back 130,000 years, researchers discovered fossilized teeth with clear signs of dental manipulation. Grooves showed regular use of toothpicks and attempts to ease pain from misaligned molars. Pain didn't discriminate between species, and neither did the will to treat it. Yet drilling was only part of the story. After the decay was removed, something had to be placed in the cavity to seal and protect it. In Italy, archaeologists found 13,000-year-old teeth containing residue of a strange concoction, bituminous sticky, tar-like substance mixed with plant fibers and even hair. In Slovenia, a 6,500-year-old tooth was found with beeswax packed neatly into the hollowed space. Warm beeswax molds to the cavity, then hardens at body temperature, creating a surprisingly durable and antibacterial seal. Other civilizations used resins, tree gums, and mineral pastes all tailored to keep food out and prevent further infection. But our ancestors' dental challenges weren't only the result of diet. Their teeth were workhorses. They didn't just chew, they carved, scraped, pulled, and held. Teeth were tools for survival. People used them to strip bark, process leather, and even hold materials during crafting. This relentless use left clear patterns of wear-deep grooves, chipped enamel, flattened molars. Even children's milk teeth show signs of excessive use, worn down from daily utility. Ironically, this heavy use often ground teeth smooth, reducing places for bacteria to hide and inadvertently preventing cavities. And not all care was reactive. Some prehistoric societies practiced daily dental hygiene with impressive dedication. Chew-stick twigs from specific trees with antiseptic properties were chewed until frayed, then rubbed against teeth. These weren't just makeshift brushes, they released natural oils that fought harmful bacteria. Salvadora persica, known today as the toothbrush tree, was especially popular. Its branches contain antibacterial compounds and fine silica that helped polish teeth gently. Other methods included charcoal to absorb stains, bone or wood picks designed with care, and even abrasive mixtures of salt and plant ash. These approaches reveal a striking fact: our ancestors didn't just survive, they understood. They observed the effects of neglect and took deliberate action to prevent it. The depth and variety of prehistoric dental care expose a forgotten truth: early humans weren't helpless. They were problem solvers, innovators, caretakers. They worked with what they had: stone, fiber, beeswax, and instinct, and built systems of treatment long before formal medicine emerged. Far from being primitive guesswork, these were the beginnings of dentistry rooted in anatomy, pain management, and survival strategy. Today, we lie back in padded chairs under sterile lights, numbed and pampered as our teeth are cleaned or drilled by trained professionals with titanium tools. Yet in some ways, we are no better off. Our modern diet's oft, sweet, and processed has destroyed the natural balance that protected ancient mouths. Despite all our medical advancements, the bacteria win more often than they should. Meanwhile, DNA studies of ancient dental plaque are rewriting our understanding of oral health. Scientists now believe that the human mouth originally supported over 600 distinct bacterial species. But with the rise of agriculture and industrialization, we lost much of that diversity. Some researchers are now asking, could restoring these ancient microbes help us fight modern diseases? The answer may lie not in inventing something new, but in remembering what we once knew. The future of dentistry might just be hidden in the past, buried in the teeth of the dead, whispering secrets of survival and resilience across millennia.